All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with our instruction videos from Mrs. Thaxton. I want all students focusing their attention and listening to the directions.
Today's learning target is to represent the concept of division of whole numbers using partitioning. Now, partitioning sounds like a big word, but it's really just a word that you already know. It is a word that means to take something whole and to divide it or break it into smaller parts. You can see there's a couple of pictures here. There's a picture of the food. Let's take a look at the pie. In the pie, you can see that it has been divided into or cut into 1, 2, 3 parts. Partition just means that it's been partitioned off or divided off into smaller parts. Take a look at the next picture here. It looks like of a maybe a bank, and there's a whole counter there, and what they have done is put up partitions to divide off that counter into smaller parts, probably due to COVID. And then here you can see there's a bathroom, and it was one whole room to begin with, but then they put up partitions to divide the room into smaller rooms so that you would have privacy. And in the last picture, we can see another picture of Play-Doh where they took a whole piece of Play-Doh and they cut it into smaller parts. So let's see how that would look with division. Thinking about if we had a candy bar and we had one candy bar and we wanted to share it with 4 friends. Well, we can see in this candy bar, it's kind of easy because there are 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces and 4 friends. Okay, so each friend then would get 1 piece of the candy bar. Pretty simple. Okay, but then what happens if we have a larger candy bar and we still want to share it with our 4 friends? You might look at that and think, well, it'd still be pretty simple based on how it's been divided. We could just cut this right here, here, and here, or partition it, and give each friend 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3 pieces for this guy. 1, 2, 3 pieces for her. 1, 2, 3 pieces for him, and 1, 2, 3 pieces for her. So we take one candy bar, and instead of breaking off 1 piece, we're going to break off 3 pieces at a time to share, because it's a little simpler and easier to manage rather than breaking off 1 piece at a time.
All right, so what we're talking about today is the idea of partitioning. Partitioning is just a big word that means to divide equally or to break off pieces. So if we look at this example with kids with candy bars, we could break off 1 piece at a time. We could count by ones. Or if we look at the candy bar, we can see that it's pretty easy to partition this into 4 equal groups. We have a group here, a group here, a 3rd group here, and a 4th group here. Mrs. Thaxton just showed us that each of these kids gets 3 pieces. So instead of dividing and counting by 1 in each group, we could count by 3s. If there are 4 groups, we could put 3 pieces of chocolate in this group, 3 pieces of chocolate in this group, 3 pieces in this group, and 3 in this group. We could skip count by 3s, counting up to the total amount of chocolate. All right, great job. What questions do we have about partitioning so far? I need all 3rd graders to get their math notebook and a pencil. And we're going to take some notes on partitioning. The title of our notes is Partitioning. Partitioning means to break apart into equal parts. To break apart into equal parts. This word equal es muy importante, very important. Partition is the same thing as dividing, to break apart into equal parts. Okay, so in our video, we talked about if there was a chocolate bar and 4 friends, we know that they each get 3 pieces of chocolate. We're going to show an example of how we can partition something into equal parts. Okay? So let's pretend, let's draw a picture here. Let's first do EX for example. We're going to do an example. And let's pretend that we have a pan of brownies. So I'm going to draw a rectangle. A pan of brownies. I love to eat brownies. They are so good. All right, and let's say that it's me at home. I'm going to draw me here. It's Mrs. Renelay. And I'm going to put like a little bucket next to me. So that's me. And let's pretend that I am with, this is Landon. We're going to put a bucket next to Landon. I'm going to put an L for Landon. And let's say it's me and Landon, and then we'll say that this is Angela. We'll put an A for Angela. And don't forget to put a bucket next to Angela. And this will be Gloria. G for Gloria. Let's put a bucket next to Gloria. So I'm having a party with Landon and Angela and Gloria. We're all there and we have a pan of brownies and we want to partition. We want to divide the brownies equally because I don't need any more brownies. We got to share them equally. So let's say that it's my job to cut the pan of brownies and I'm going to partition them equally. I'm going to divide the pan into equal groups. And let's pretend that there are 20 brownies. Put a 20 next to your pan of brownies. If we have 20 brownies, if I cut the pan into 20 equal parts, I'm wondering if we can figure out how many brownies each person at the party will have in their bucket. We've been working on dividing by counting by ones. So we've normally said we'll put 1 in each and count up. But that takes a long time. We know how to do that. That takes a long time to put 1 brownie at a time. That could take the whole party for me to put 1 brownie in each person's bucket. So I'm wondering if maybe we could start and count by 2s. What if we started and we put 2 brownies in each bucket? Let's try that. I'm using my pencil so that I can erase if we are incorrect. So let's start. I'm going to give myself 2 brownies. Landon 2 brownies. Angela gets 2 brownies. And Gloria gets 2 brownies. Division is making groups that are equal. So if I put 2 brownies in each bucket, how many brownies have we used from the pan? Who can share with the class? If we put 2 brownies in each, how many brownies have we used? I see Theo. Go ahead, Theo.
8.
That's right. If we skip count by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8 brownies. I know that I have 20 up here that I can use. So I'm probably going to want more brownies than 2. I don't know about you, but that sounds delicious to me. So we started out pretty good. We put 2 in each. I'm wondering what would happen if we tried to put 4 in each. Let's try that. I'm going to go to their bucket. I'm going to erase the 2. And let's try putting 4 brownies per person. 4 brownies in each bucket. Let's try that. 1 for me. I'm sorry, I mean 4 brownies for me. 4 brownies for Landon. 4 brownies for Angela. And 4 brownies for Gloria. I know that my pan has 20 brownies, and I want to use all of them. So let's see how many brownies we have used. If everybody gets 4, how many brownies have we used so far? Kaylee.
16.
Right. 4, 8, 12, 16. We've used 16 brownies. So we're getting closer. We're getting much closer to using all 20 brownies. And we are getting faster at skip counting. Let's go up. Since we're close, let's go up just by 1. Instead of 4 brownies in each, let's try 5 brownies in each. I'm going to erase the 4 brownies. Let's try 5 to see if that uses all 20 brownies. Here we go. 5 brownies for Mrs. Renelay. 5 brownies for Landon. 5 brownies for Angela. And 5 brownies for Gloria. I want you to count, check my work, see if we used all 20 brownies. Awesome. I see some thumbs up, people saying, yes, Mrs. Renelay. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20 brownies have been used. That means each person gets 5 brownies. Our division equation, boys and girls, let's write that together just beneath here. For division, we always start with the big number, called our dividend. Then we do our division symbol, then our divisor, then the equal symbol, and then the quotient. So in this word problem, I said that there are 20 brownies. That's our dividend. Our big number is 20. And we partitioned, we divided it equally into how many groups? Well, let's check our model. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there were 4 friends at the party. Me, Landon, Angela, and Gloria. There was 4 of us. So our divisor is 4 buckets or 4 friends. And we determined that 20 brownies partitioned into 4 equal groups means 5 brownies in each group. Today on Seesaw, your work is all about partitioning by putting numbers into buckets. So let me show you the first one. The first problem says 50 divide into 5 groups. So we have 5 buckets here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're trying to figure out the quotient. How much will be in each bucket? Mrs. Thaxton says use the bundles to divide the dividend equally. So here we have bundles. This is a group of 10. If I put 10 in each bucket, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, I see that I've done it correctly. But if I maybe started with ones, it would take me a long time to count by ones. 1 in each, counting up to 50. Oh my goodness, that would take me all day just to do one problem. I could start by counting by 5s to see if that would be easier. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I could keep going up to 50. Whoops. Okay, so today you're going to use these bundles to count by 10s, 5s, or 1s to determine the quotient. Here. To find your task for partitioning, you will click on Activities, click on Assign to Class folder, blue for Math, and it's called Dividing Larger Numbers Using Partitioning, Day 1. You open it up and you will see the models with the blue buckets. When you are done with your task today, do your division quizzes on the schedule.